What's up, guys? Welcome to Field Series Review. Today we're going head to head between the SITKA Celsius Midi jacket and the SITKA Celsius jacket. Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at the SITKA Celsius jacket and the SITKA Celsius Midi jacket. Both of these jackets come out of the SITKA whitetail line for mid-layer jackets. Both of them are designed to be layered under and layered over. So why are there two of them? Why did SITKA feel the need to come out with the Celsius Midi when they already had the Celsius jacket? Now, if you were sitting where I was and you picked these two jackets up and held them in your hand, you would understand the difference between them. But for a lot of you that can't walk into a store and pick one up over the other, or if you do pick them up, you go, well, which one's better for me? We're going to try to explain some of that today. So first, let's start with some of the similarities. Both of these jackets are designed to be mid-grade jackets, or your mid-layer jackets. Neither one of them have Gore Windstopper, so neither one of them are going to knock the wind off of you. So something like a Stratus, a Fanatic, an Incinerator, those are your outer layer jackets. Both of these jackets are going to come with some of your standard whitetail jacket features, like you're going to have a port in the back for your safety harness. You're going to have a drawstring at the bottom to keep the wind out. And both of these jackets only come in elevated 2. As far as pockets go, both of them have hand pockets on the sides. Both of them have one breast pocket. There's no crazy Fanatic line, cross zip, kangaroo pouch, none of that stuff. It is 2020. Right now, neither one of these jackets have the constant disconnect like the 2020 Stratus and the 2019 Fanatic line have. So we've looked at some of those similarities, and they have a lot of similarities as far as their overall construction, as the way that it's designed, but it's what they're made out of that makes them very different. So over here with the Celsius jacket, you're going to have a softer fleece outer. It's not windproof, but it's a fleece outer, and it's a little more bulky. So 32 ounces over here on the Celsius jacket. For the Celsius Midi, we're going to come in at only 19 ounces. So it's a much lighter jacket. If you grabbed a hold, the Celsius Midi is a nylon outer. So I don't know if you can hear that. We're going to do a closer look in a few minutes of the two jackets, so you'll be able to see it up close. This is designed more like a North Face Patagonia puffy style jacket that you would wear underneath a waterproof, windproof shell. It packs down very well. So if you're hiking in long hikes and you want to wear just like a Fanatic hoodie, hike in, you want to pack your mid layer down, this is a great jacket to do that with. Because it's very packable, it also fits underneath your outer layer much better. So if you have a Fanatic series and you need just a little bit more, maybe you guys are up in Canada or it gets really cold and you need something under your Fanatic, a Celsius Midi is designed for that because it cuts down on the bulk. The Celsius jacket is a thicker, puffy jacket. It's heavier, probably a little bit warmer. Obviously, I haven't gone head to head, toe to toe with both of these. I've worn them both underneath the Stratus down into the high 20s and been fine. I've worn this just over a Fanatic hoodie in the mid 30s and been fine. I've worn this over a Fanatic hoodie in the mid 30s and been fine. So they both come with Permaloft insulation on the inside. So they're two very different jackets. It just depends on what you want. I'd probably give the edge for warmth to the Celsius jacket simply because of the weight. I would give the packability and the mobility over to the Celsius Midi. A couple more things that are different about these two jackets. One of them to me is a pretty big deal as far as what these are designed for. These are designed to be mid-layer, so they're designed to layer underneath a Stratus, underneath the Fanatic, whatever, maybe you want to wear a downpour jacket over these. On the Celsius, there's no thumb loops. Now, unless they've updated this since I purchased this in 2018, there's no thumb loops. So when you slide this underneath your Stratus, it's going to catch a little bit. You're going to have to do a little work on the wrist. Not a big fan of that. You take the Celsius Midi out, and you've actually got a sleeve. Any of you guys that have the duck oven comes down over your knuckle line with your thumb. Get your thumb in there. That's what you're gonna get. So you're down to your wrist. You're gonna get Permaloft insulation from this puffy jacket, and then from the wrist down to your knuckle line, you're gonna get a polyester stretch material that's gonna cover your knuckles and allow you to easily layer over top of this jacket. Hey guys, here's a quick close-up of the Celsius Midi right next to the Celsius jacket. As you can see, the Celsius jacket is a fleece. Celsius Midi is a nylon. So we open it up, you can actually see the Permaloft insulation here. You can see our thumb loops for the Celsius Midi. You can just see the shine on it compared to the Celsius jacket. Both very good jackets, both very different. As you can see, there's a thickness different because the Celsius Midi is a much thinner jacket, very packable, but still very, very warm. All right, guys, so let's talk about sizing and systems and whatnot with these two jackets. I'm 6'1", 205 pounds. I wear an extra large in both of these. Doesn't matter, they both fit me pretty good. This has a little bit more of an athletic fit in my personal opinion, but I wear an extra large in both of them. As far as how I use them, virtually the same. Core lightweight tee, Fanatic hoodie, then the Celsius Midi or the Celsius jacket, and then my Stratus jacket on top or my Stratus vest on top to give me some, to block the wind. If it's mid 30s and above, I don't go with an outer layer. If it's not windy, I would just wear these on their own. They're perfectly fine. I tend to favor the Celsius Midi because I'm a big archery hunter, and I like the way it tapers down on my forearms more than the Celsius jacket does. Haven't had any problem shooting deer with this jacket. It's been perfectly fine, but just my peace of mind, you're gonna get a more tapering on the forearm from the Celsius Midi. I live in Georgia, so I've worn a Fanatic jacket before. I very rarely wear a Fanatic jacket. I definitely don't need a Fanatic jacket with one of these underneath them here, but from talking to people that live farther north, maybe in Canada, they need something extra to wear underneath their Fanatic jacket. The Celsius Midi is the way to go. It's more packable. It's more tapered in the arms. It's got the thumb loops for you to easily layer under. So you guys that have a Fanatic jacket that are really cold nature, you want a little something else, I would go with the Celsius Midi. All right, guys, so thanks for stopping by and checking out my quick comparison of the Celsius jacket and the Celsius Midi. I hope the close-ups let you see the difference. These jackets work very, very well as they're supposed to. I tend to lean more towards the Celsius Midi just because I like the packability, I like the thumb loops, and it's a little bit more of an athletic fit in my opinion, a little thinner, and I still get the same amount of warmth in my opinion. If you have a Stratus jacket and you live in some colder temps and maybe you're wanting a little more beefy mid layer, and definitely you guys that rifle hunt, so forearm tapering is not a big deal, look for the Celsius jacket. When it comes down to pricing, you're going to come in at $289 for the Celsius Midi, and you're going to come in at $229, make sure that's correct, for the Celsius jacket. So there is quite a bit of a price difference there. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, comment, ask me some SITKA questions. I'll try to answer the best I can. Be sure to use promo code FSReview at DixieFalco.com and PacificFalco.com, and we will see you guys next time.